Пограти нарешті Hogwarts. Вже раз взагалі не знаю, в що грати. Щось ловлю себе на думці, що й попрограмувати зараз щось не вдається нічого. Ну як не вдається? Вдається, але ж мовити не дуже сильно виходить. Сьогодні хотів цілий день попрограмувати, вчора цілий день програмував, але сьогодні їздив на акцію щодо Азовсталі. Треба ж все ж таки показувати, що Україна яка-ніяка, але про військових в полоні не забуває. Ладно, не будемо про це. Давно я не грав. Що тут взагалі? 21 левел. Навряд чи будуть побочки. Навряд чи ми їх дочекаємось. Я хочу вже ж як можна швидше закінчити цю гру. Вона не встигла початися, як вже я хочу закінчити. Я, чесно кажучи, щось трошки подзабув взагалі, що тут робити в цій грі. Зустріньте Себастьяна Фелдкфроті. Десь там в роті. Окей. А як? А як його зустріти? Я вже... Ага, все, зрозумів. А. Вже забув, вже згадав. Так, шляпу вберемо цю жахливу, як там робити це, я вже і теж забув. Якось... Ага, F, дякую. Нема ніякої шляпи. А давайте подумаємо, що взагалі є з шляпи. Поліцейський, типу. Лол. Ха. Цікава ковбойська шляпа буде. Боже, який жах! Так.
Incendio.
Ні, не те.
Revelio.
R, окей.
Protego.
Q, є. R.
Revelio.
Ні, теж не те. Що таке те? Ой. F, G, A, H, V. C, X, ні. N, M. Ні, не M. Блін, я все позабував. F3. Ага, тут можна отак от міняти через F. Прикольно, не знав. Ну, мишкою все рівно зручніше. О, тап, дякую. Я ж пам'ятаю, що якась троєчка є. У Хогвартса, по факту, дуже гарні відгуки. Гру сприйняла більшість людей дуже позитивно. Вони реально, якщо сконцентруються над якоюсь DLC-шкою, це ж буде. Вони залутають знову дофігіща бабла. І питання просто стає тільки у цьому останньому, типу. Я забув трошечки, це пригадую. А як пити? Як пити? Я все забув. А як пити? Це не те. Ух, налаштування. Ага. Зцілення G. Зараз я згадаю, ти мене отримаєш.
Pitiful, truly. Lumos. Expelliarmus.
Зараз я згадаю. Капець, я тут хілочок наюзав.
Your demise.
Ох, я тут хілочок наюзав, шановні, прям дофігіща.
Revelio. I know.
Це Стоунхендж, да?
Revelio.
Я забув, як таланти відкривати. Ні, це не таланти, перепрошую. Якось однією кнопкою можна це робити.
Protego.
А,
Revelio.
те. Точно, те. Мені треба щось перетащити, якщо не помиляюсь.
Reparo.
Ні. Окей. Можливо.
Revelio.
Теж ні, тоді. Можливо.
Revelio.
А. Це я сказав, який сказав, що буду по бочці проходити.
His man in trouble.
Те, я згадав, тут же так просто без побочок не обійтися.
Potato.
Я протего, до речі, так і не використав по факту. Квадратоті.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Potato. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Defender. Potato. Expelliarmus.
От відловив.
Glacier. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Lumos. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Potato. Stupefy. Incendio. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Rest easy, my large friend.
Не знаю, на що я сюди це зробив. Але тут просто щось було, і я це захотів.
Reparo.
А. Та ні, це не те. Ну і що? Так я його тільки що вбив. А, пофіг. Натиримо.
Convulso. Accio. Everything's all right now. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Professor Howell will never believe this.
Мне кажется, анімація довго.
Revelio.
Так, а що це? Квест виконується чи не виконується? Не розумію. А, когось упустив?
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio.
Це сказав людина, яка каже, не буде використовувати ніякі побочні квести. А сам, блін, бігає і займається фігньою.
Expelliarmus. Levioso. Potato. Stupefy. Confringo. Stupefy. Levioso. Defendo. Revelio. Who lived here, I wonder? What do you have in store for me this time?
А, це не безкінечно, я щось... Ладно. Мені не вистачає якоїсь фігні.
Aloha Mora.
Аж... А.
Revelio.
А те, що я продаю, я ж по факту роблю ту ж саму контрабанду, ну, якщо так подумати. Я ж їх не рятую, якщо їх продаю за гроші, вірно? Тобто це контрабанда. Контрабандисти теж можуть продавати по факту за гроші. Ну, неважливо кому, навіть рятівникам, але якщо вони це роблять за гроші, це все рівно вважається контрабандою, як не крутіть. Тобто я по факту якби рятую, але якби і ні. Ох і да, гра, конечно, хитра. Це мені подобається.
Revelio.
boy should be able to travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant.
You made it.
Да,
Enjoying the
не
view.
перейшло
Keeping an
і
eye on things.
купа місяців.
Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's. This
Камон,
way.
камон.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Revelio.
Чекай. Я щось знайшов. Ага.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Дуже схоже, що типу може зацікавлений. То опікун чи хто, то я так і не знаю. Анкл,
That
анкл,
boy
він
will
казав
fray my
дядя.
last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize
Let's
on
say-
behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
Ну, я розумію, в принципі, але.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
А як тут робити, типу, тему Відьмака, що можна перемикати час на ніч? Бо по факту мені треба уночі саме тусити. Де тут? Не можу зрозуміти. До речі, таланти. Ой, я поки достатньо талантів накачав, там треба буде подивитись потім подалі, що ми там накачаємо. Зараз я вже так файно прокачав. Скіли основні, які мені треба, прокачав. О, це якісь нові чи що? Я когось не чекнув. Ого, скільки я ще не відкрив монстрів. Більше половини гри. Що я хотів? А, тему Відьмака як робити. Він мені не хоче. Ладно, я думаю, що зараз не дуже це актуально, але якось
Why
можна.
will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Revelio.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only a wizard is a dead wizard in my book. What's that? Who's there? Not you, fella. You're like a club? Who is it?
Та блін.
Let me down! I will make you pay.
Ой.
Are you quite finished? I won't rest. Oh, you think you're so... No!
Potato.
You arrogant child! You've made your last mistake.
Ой,
I
дратуйте.
don't think you know who you're dealing with.
Ну, якби чесно,
You almost had a lucky shot. Almost.
бля.
Let's get this.
Якщо чесно, то вже треба бути дуже обережним.
Showing off, are we? Don't you back out. How nice. I won't rest. Don't have time for this. No! I will make you pay.
Incendio. Levioso. Confringo.
Why don't you come up here and...
Defender.
Such arrogance. Ooh, this shouldn't take long.
Levioso.
You think this is... You're no match for me. Who do you think you are?
Levioso. Defender.
You are frustrated.
Incendio.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Угу. Оце ти, звісно, сюрприз мені зробив.
Revelio.
До речі, було квитку заюзати. Ой-ой-ой.
Reparo. Revelio.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire. worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Revelio.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
До речі, стосовно файту.
Revelio.
Я буду просто так брати і робити, коли мені це вигідно. Ой.
Lumos. This well looks familiar.
Revelio.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
А що я побачив? В цьому будинку чи де саме?
Revelio.
Да.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Revelio.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio.
Вау! Оце так схованка! І ніхто не знайшов до мене.
Stairwell.
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
За мій другий тиждень у таборі щодня прибувають нові жертви, маглівські лікарі, і навіть деякі з наших цілителів роблять для них все, що можуть. Горе відчутне, ті, хто пережив чому назавжди травмовані своєю втратою. Лихоманка може пройти, шкіра може загоїтися і зарубцюватися, але спустошлива скорбота залишається. Я бачила чоловіка дуже схожого на мого батька, який втратив дитину. Я не могла цього витримати, мені хотілося принести йому хоч трохи полегшення. Я починаю думати, що інші помиляються. Я маю сили допомогти цим душам, не допомогти їм, здається, таким же свавіллям, як і позбавити їх
A
мов.
journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Я приїхала сюди, щоб навчатися, але хочу допомогти. Моя внутрішня боротьба не здолана, ніби магія хоче зцілити, а я зважаю її це зробити. Чи варто мені втрачати надію? Чи буду я вічно шкодувати, що не зробила більше? Я не можу дивитися їм в очі, знаючи, що могла полегшити тягар душевного болю. Я бачила, як сьогодні чоловік покидав табір, він так нагадав мені мого батька. Напевно, йому б не завадила допомога. Звичайно, я б могла продовжити свої дослідження, але це гарна нагода зробити щось хороше за допомогою цієї здібності.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Revelio.
Ясно.
Lumos.
Ай. Ай.
Incendio.
Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come.
А що, він теж може
I'm
пройти?
tempted to hold my breath.
Думав, тільки я можу потрапити всередину. Ну, з таких дзеркал.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
А, це крипта. Біткоїни.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Так. Але я все ж таки хочу зрозуміти. Зачекати.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbutton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Revelio.
Зараз ніч. Як зрозуміти, який зараз час? Ну так, схоже, це ніч.
Revelio. Revelio.
Я, по-моєму, не те заюзав, да?
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Я не пам'ятаю, щось я робив з тим звуком.
Revelio. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos.
Саме це і робив.
You
Revelio.
If you thought more while we were alive, I wouldn't be trapped here with you. Now, excuse me.
Що я роблю взагалі? Високий замок — це основний квест, правильно? Він у мене зачинений. По мені треба Вінгардіум Левіоса. То... Ви маєте вивчити перед тим, як почати це завдання.
Revelio.
Так. Таланти. Непомітність.
Lumos. Revelio. Hello, Hamora. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio.
Я не пам'ятаю, що я шукаю якогось сову, чи що я шукаю.
Mine now, damn you guys.
Таку штуку я шукаю. Це зрозумів. Мавпочка. Яка тримає який-то голубий шар.
Revelio.
Прикольно.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Можливі ігри в класі, урок левітації. Заохочуйте учнів використовувати закляття левітації, щоб перемішати блоки скрізь підняті обручі або щось подібне. Роззброєння та ухилення, відточити експеліармус та рефлекси, цілі по доточній. Повернення до основ, відточити закляття на цілях, щоб ті рухали швидше. Я не туди щось заблукав. Хоча, якщо я вже тут.
Revelio. Revelio.
Що це таке? А це що таке?
Revelio.
Раз я випадково тут якось опинився. І нам треба щось там розвіяти.
Revelio. Accio.
Короче, на що я це роблю взагалі? Це стільки часу забирає якось в іншому житті. Нащо мені знищувати? Я не пам'ятаю. Нащо мені знищувати? Продавати я теж не пам'ятаю, чи треба.
Revelio.
As a trusted ally and friend.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Вони там або з
Hello,
підігрівом
Brilliant
по-любому.
class, wasn't it? I prefer astronomy over potions, don't you? Of course, we Ravenclaws tend to do well in any class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Я не хочу нічого одолжувати.
I can't do that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about. stargazing as long as I could.
Incendio! Revelio! This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
Yeah.
A pristine night for stars.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Revelio.
Нижній майданчик, це ж цей.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Я і сам можу.
No need to convince me.
Навчитися через
Let's get
телескоп
going.
дивитися.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then. Lumos.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead.
Revelio. Lumos.
Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Incendio. Revelio. Amit, could I ask you something?
Oh, certainly.
Why are you so fascinated with
А,
stars?
I
чекай.
suppose because
Це не
there is so
треба.
much to learn about them. I mean, there is
Це
plenty
не
to learn
частина
about a lot of
сюжета.
subjects.
Аліс, мені
Astronomy
не
seems
цікаво.
limitless. Always something new being discovered. They are forever discovering new moons and
Тобто,
stars. In
мені
fact,
цікаво.
they discovered a new planet just 50 years ago.
Але в мене відчуття, що
Actually, that's all I
Якщо я
wanted to know.
найближчим чином не закінчу цю гру, то
Hey,
я з кожним разом все менше шанс, що я повернусь до цієї гри.
Glaciers.
Ти хочеш.
Revelio.
Понятно.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean. Revelio.
Мід, швиденько.
Lumos.
Я знайшов твій стіл.
Revelio.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. Stargazing is all about patience and precision. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Не можу дочекатися.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Побачимося.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a
Revelio.
view.
Так, добре. Добудьте та використайте мандрагору на кількох ворогів. Мандрагору на кількох ворогів одночасно. А, в мене ж мандрагори нема, правильно? Я її не виростив. А, є. Ох, давайте шукаємо ворогів відразу. А що мені летіти, до речі? Я кудись телепортанувся? Мапа світу. Де можуть бути вороги? Думаю, десь тут.
Assignment's all finished. Defendo. Levioso. Incendio. Lumos. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Confringo. You only have Ranrock to blame.
Я виконав квест. Дякую.
Revelio.
Потайний хід. Ну ладно.
Revelio.
Відмітка довідника. Ця статуя зображає келпі, водяного демона, який походить з Ірландії і Великобританії, здатен змінювати свій зовнішній вигляд, але зазвичай приймає форму коня з довгою гривою. Найбільший зареєстрований келпі відомий як чудовисько озеро Лохнес у Шотландії. Ану, покажіть мені. Чого подібного?
Revelio.
Can't catch thieves!
Lumos. Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Бачу шпигуна.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Lumos.
Ой.
That's it. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Ой, поїхали.
Revelio.
А я тут був?
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Lumo.
Слухайте, так я тут був.
Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio.
Хоча я не впевнений, що я тут був. А знаєте чому? Тому що в мене карта ж не розкрита.
Lumo. Incendio. Lumos.
Куди я попав? Що я зробив?
Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's
О,
dark.
дратуйте.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned. Revelio.
А, чекайте. Ну, оце мені потрібно. Клас гербології, ну і що? Що таке? Що мене не пускають до класу гербології? Завдання. Відстежую, правильно? Правильно. По логіці речей мене зараз веде в гербологію. Ну, веди.
Revelio.
Хто його постійно лупаше?
Revelio. Revelio.
Senses best. He often asks after you and his owl.
Professor, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig.
The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine.
Ого.
For the professor.
Не жартуйте з
And
рослинами.
that's when you took over as the herbology professor.
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
Fair bit of bad luck there, I'd say.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I had no idea. How awful.
Last I heard, he'd gone to Romania. As rumor would have it, he developed a sudden interest in dragons. One can only hope he found more happiness working with them than he did with Flora. Ha! Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your Wigan trees.
Так, а що ви хочете? Я хочу виконати квест. А. Я виконав квест.
Oh, wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Век'ю є.
Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa. You're a natural.
Капець, я його можу вертіти як хочу. Окей. Що там по завданням у нас? Ареста моментум. Десендо.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx Flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Revelio.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
А, я забув, да-да.
Revelio. Finite. Revelio.
Теж це цікаво. Картина маслом із зображенням прекрасної горгони, яка мудро відводить очі, коли її залицяльник нахиляється, щоб поцілувати її руку. Подекують, що автор картини випадково глянув на свій об'єкт, коли доставляв картину, і тепер назавжди став скульптурою в саду в Греції. Саду в Греції.
Revelio. Finite.
Finito, amore.
Revelio. Lumos.
Подинкий портрет повинно бути десь поруч.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
I've always said that.
Revelio.
Як мені туди. А, це я вже відкрив.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Бібліотекар, то зображено одного з перших бібліотекарів Хогвартсу, дуже цікаво.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Incendio. Confringo.
А.
Glacius. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.